Okay, so let us start the day one session. So today we have with us Dr. Rashmi Arach, who is going to deliver the session one. So let me introduce Dr. Rashmi Arach to the audience. So Rashmi has been an accomplished educator for over 25 plus years. So she has held varied positions in her career, spanning from teaching to administration. Currently, the Department of Computer Science and Engineering of VTU Belagavi has engaged her services in the capacity of an associate professor. Her, her gamut of administrative responsibilities at the university include, but are not limited to, serving as a special officer, coordinator for research hub, nominee for startups and innovation related activities. So she has received grants of rupees 20 lakhs from the government of Karnataka for the project VTU Center for Big Data Computing. Being an active proponent of free and open source software, she oversees and coordinates FOSS activities for the VTU FOSS group at VTU Belgaum. In the field of research, her interests lie in artificial intelligence and machine learning, cloud computing, network security, and innovative learning, teaching learning. In particular, adopting innovative teaching practices to facilitate all-rounded engineering education is her prime area of focus. 4 research scholars have been awarded degree under her guidance and 4 scholars are pursuing research under Madam. So she has been reviewing articles submitted to Springer journals and has been session chair for 15 plus international conferences. She has delivered 20 plus invited talks in the area of artificial intelligence, machine and deep learning, cloud computing in Karnataka, Maharashtra and Goa. Rashmi Madam has an array of publications to her credit at national and international levels. She also has book chapters to her credit in the books published by Elsevier and Springer. She has been the recipient of Best Thesis Award and also has 2 Best Paper Awards of international credibility to her name. Her recent key achievements include Indian patent published titled Hybrid Machine Learning Model for Multi-Level Malware Detection in Visualized Computing Environment and copyright granted for the project VTU Center for Big Data Computing and Australian Innovation Patent granted for the project Artificial Intelligence Technique for Malware Footprint Detection. So we are very fortunate to have you with us, Madam. We welcome you on behalf of Vivekananda Institute of Technology. So now over to you, Madam.
So good morning, everyone. First of all, I want to thank organizers, particularly Dr. Vidya Madam, who is my very good friend that we have known for many years, for inviting me to give this session. She was telling me that I have traveled all the way from Belgaum. I wouldn't mind traveling any length because teaching is my passion and I would love to share whatever insights and knowledge that I have gained as of now with you. I would want this session to be interactive one. Please don't wait till the session is over. Please feel free to ask, interrupt me at any point of time. I would love to answer your questions, queries. It could be any question. Okay? So let me start. We have been told don't believe what you hear. Seeing is believing, isn't it? What you see from your eyes. Believe what you see from eyes, but don't believe what you hear. So seeing is believing, isn't it? Can you see here? What are you seeing here? Elon Musk and Trump. So this is a deep fake which has surfaced recently. What does it mean? Should we believe this? Should we believe this? We are seeing this, but we are not to believe. Seeing is believing is no longer true in this era, isn't it? What you see is not always what you see. Seeing is not necessarily believing, especially in this era of generative AI. So how did it happen? Is this intelligence exhibited by machine? Machine has been able machines have gone beyond our imaginations. They have kind of ushered in a metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means complete change. You are seeing, we all are witnessing the change. They have surpassed our imagination. We had never thought 2 years before, if I had shown you this image, it wouldn't have been possible. There have been inventions or interventions which are unprecedented. Dramatically, the capability of AI has expanded. But imagine the idea of doing the machines. If this continues, it's going to be catastrophic, right? So, what do you think? Who is intelligent? Machine or man? Machines have done so many things, right? So, what I would like to hear from you, what is your opinion? Are machines so intelligent we are seeing, or a man is intelligent? What's your take on that? Man is intelligent. Both are intelligent. Good. Man is intelligent. Then how machines have been able to do all this? That's what I'm going to unfold here. You see, compared to all other technologies, ChatGPT, which is one of the generative AI tools, took least amount of time to become popular. If you see this, all other things took so many, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, they took so many months. Whereas ChatGPT took the minimum amount of time, which is just 2 months, and it reached this much user base. Can you tell me what is the reason? Ease of use, isn't it? Just you can interact with it with the simple language, English-like language, NLP. Your natural language is enough. So that has made generative AI popular so fast. In this era, can you imagine per year this many zettabytes? Zettabyte is 10 raised to 21. You can see 21 zeros. Imagine the amount of data that is getting generated per year. Now, what do we do with this data? Why are we talking of, see, machine learning, AI? These all have become buzzwords recently, right? 30 years back, when I studied, I too had artificial intelligence as a subject. But why it didn't take up? Now, what is it that is making these things so popular? What is it that is fueling the growth of all this? Because just now I said there is huge amount of data getting generated. Earlier also data was there, but there was no means where we could store. Now there is a cheap cloud storage. There is a lot of advancements in hardware technology. All of you, most of you must be using GPUs. GPUs are graphical processing units, which allow you to process a lot of data in parallel. There have been advancements in algorithms, deep learning models like GANs, transformer. I'll be covering that. Then a lot of data sets, a lot of computing power, a lot of libraries which are open source. Most of the tools are open source. So all these things have made this Gen AI possible now. So currently what we are living, I'm just trying to connect Gen AI with cybersecurity. So all these lot of data, lot of things have given rise to the scenario that there is huge increase in the number of cyber attacks. I think one or some of you or your somebody known to you must have witnessed something, isn't it? You would have become victim of cyber attacks. There is a galore, huge number of attacks, huge number of threats. Not only that, newer threats are emerging every day, new and new. By the time you find a countermeasure for one, attackers are ready with a new scam, new type of threat. Whatever countermeasures we have in place, they are not adequate enough. Because cyber criminals or hackers are always one step ahead. They think ahead of what Even if you cannot make complete safe environment, there are so many vulnerabilities which attackers make use of. And now, as per NIST, we should have continuous monitoring of your organization or whatever, like whatever you may have, so that you are prepared for unknown attacks. What I mean to say is, what we have is a reactive approach. Reactive approach means what? When something goes wrong, we try to react and try to act upon it. What is expected is proactive approach. Proactive means preempted. Before it happens, we should proactively act on it. The processing of huge amount of data that is happening is a mammoth task for a human being. See, just now I will come to it, whether man is intelligent or machine is intelligent. Some of you said that man is intelligent, right? Some of you said that both are intelligent. Now let me answer that question here. Why? See, man as such, even if your parents when you were small or your teachers have told you when you were small that you are very dumbo, you have certain intelligence. Man has certain natural intelligence ingrained in it. Now we are talking of artificial intelligence. We want machines to, whatever things were being done by human beings as of now, we want machines to do it. So it is artificial intelligence. Whatever we tell machines are nothing but dumb piece of hardware. They just follow your command. Do this. You write a program, isn't it? How you write a program? What is program? Set of instructions. What is instruction? Command. Do this, do that. So what machine is doing? Machine is barely following. If you write something wrong, if this syntax is wrong, then only it will bring to your notice. Otherwise, if you say even number, if something mod 2 is 0, it is odd, it will tell odd. It doesn't have its intelligence. Machines blindly, dumbly follow our this. So where this intelligence, whatever we are talking, it is artificial. What is it? I am going to talk about it. So with all this backdrop, this is going to be the content of my talk. I'm going to present broadly what is cyber security. Already I have said what is GenAI. I'm going to give introduction to GenAI. That's what was the topic assigned to me. Introduction to GenAI and how it is used or how it is against cyber security. How GenAI can be used for cybersecurity. What are the attacks because of GenAI? There are both any technology will have pros and cons. So I will discuss pros and cons of it, and I will show, make it easy to understand in some of the demonstrations. So I think all of you are already familiar with AI, ML and all that has become buzzwords. Just for completion's sake, I will say. So what is AI? AI is intelligence exhibited by machines. Whatever tasks were done by human beings, till now we want machines to do it. So AI is a kind of science. It's kind of how it's a discipline. You have physics, you have chemistry, like that. It's a discipline. Now, how do I make machines behave like this? I need a vehicle, I need a tool, isn't it? I will just say AI is a concept, like yes, machine should do whatever human beings were doing, but how can we make it do? So how it does is through machine learning techniques. So what is ML? It is subset of AI. ML are nothing but some statistical techniques. These statistical techniques will try to find out patterns, try to find out similarities, try to extract this pattern and spread it. Okay. Now in machine learning there are various algorithms. You must have heard of supervised, unsupervised. I hope I don't have to explain all that. I'm assuming that everybody is familiar with those basic things, right? So in machine learning we have various algorithms. Decision tree, support vector, what is deep learning? Subset of machine learning. Now, since our topic is generative AI, what is generative AI? Generative AI is one kind of deep learning network only, which is being pre-trained, GPT. We are calling chat GPT. Generative because it generates. P is pre-trained, you are training it before. So it is also one of the deep learning or a deep neural network which has been trained on a very, very huge data sets with lot of parameters. I will come to it. So I hope I have made this very clear. What is AI? A science which allows machines to behave like human beings. Machine learning, which are the techniques or tools for achieving AI. Subset of AI is ML is subset of AI. In ML, there are various algorithms, there are various techniques. So one of the technique or one of the algorithm is artificial neural network. In artificial neural network, when the number of layers are very huge, it is a deep network. It is the deep neural network. So deep learning is subset of machine learning. And generative AI is subset of deep learning. So I have just explained what is AI. AI is intelligence demonstrated by machines. Just now I was telling you, however dumb you are, you have certain intelligence, which is a natural intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence doesn't mean doing something. Just ability to comprehend, ability to understand, ability to reason. Reason. Today it will rain. Why you are saying today? Because you are saying you are giving the reason that since it is cloudy. So from your past experience, you have learned from your experience that whenever it is cloudy, it has rained. So you are able to reason it out. Whatever you have learned in your school, you learned addition, subtraction, basic things you learned in school. When you came to college, what you did? Whatever you had learned, you applied that. What you learned in your UG, you applied in PG. Correct? Now, whatever I have learned all these days in my life, I have applied. So, ability to learn and catch from experience. As simple as that. Intelligence doesn't mean you have to be Einstein. Intelligence is these all abilities which machines do not have. Machines are their piece of hardware. So then suddenly how this intelligence is coming, that's what we are going to understand. So these are the buzzwords. ML is ability to learn by machines without explicitly being programmed. This is very important. See, we used to, how we work with machines, we write a program, then it is expected, and we give input and it is expected to give output. But in machine learning, we are just doing it other way. Explicitly, we are not writing a program. I will just come to it. So what is learning? What is intelligence? Already I told you, ability to comprehend. Simple thing. See, if I tell you, come let's play a game. Okay. Now, do I have to tell you that your aim should be to win the game? Do I have to tell you? No, when I say play the game means you will have that yes, I should try to play. Do I have to tell you what is meaningful? As long as you know that game, you know how it is to win. But for a machine doesn't have emotion, machine doesn't have it. I have to define each and everything. I have to checkers game if I am playing, this is the last final board position. One player is the computer, one player is the human being. I have to tell the machine that if it is this, then you are winning. If I tell machine that this is this, you are loss is win, it will learn that. Got it? So, machine doesn't have ability to comprehend. I don't have to tell you many things. Once I say play the game, you are ready. You are ready to play. You will think if I play like this, you think ahead. Yes or no? If I play like this, he will play. Tic-tac-toe game you are playing. Then you will think and play. But for a machine, I have to tell each and everything I have to define. So that is called as Because you have one initial state when you are playing a game, you want to reach a final state. So, to reach from initial state to the final state, there could be various solutions, various hypotheses. Now, what is your AI? Searching one among them. To search knowledge representation, third is logic. When you are studying AI, you must be having a logic also. Just now I told you it may rain today because it is cloudy. So some type of logic. So there are different types of logic, propositional, prepositional logic, and then what you call first order and all that logic. So all these things have to be taught to the machine. We human beings, as we grow, everyday learning happens. In our MBA we call lifelong learning. Every day we are learning, isn't it? Learning doesn't mean learning about maths or technical things only. From day to day traffic also, when you are going, today you have gone like this, there was too much of traffic, so you learn that I should not prefer this road, I should go by the road. So that is also learning. Every day we are learning from our experience. You experience too much traffic today, so next day you are avoiding. Means what? You are encashing the experience that you have had previous day, and you are making use of it. You are putting use into it. So it is as simple as comprehend, understand, profit from your experience, capability to acquire and apply knowledge. We have acquired some knowledge, we go and apply. In school you learn something, you apply that, isn't it? You learn basic mathematics. As you come to higher class, you apply that too. As you come to college, you learn more advanced concepts, and so on. Reasoning, there is some mystic connection to the world. When a child is born, within few months it will recognize the mother. How it recognizes? Some kind of mystic connection is learned. Okay. So ability to learn or adapt to changing world. So all these capabilities are required. Now let me stress upon this aspect. What is difference between traditional programming and machine learning? In traditional programming, how do you used to use a computer to write a program? What is program? Set of instructions. What you give to the computer program? What else you give? Input data on which if I say add any numbers, I have to give any numbers. I have to give the instruction. What machine used to give me? Output. If I want to say that to recognize a car, I want to recognize a cat. So I have to write a program that it should have 4 legs, it should have a tail, it should have this, all this, then it's a cat. Correct? That was traditional programming. Now what we are doing? In machine learning, we are not explicitly programming. We are not doing programming. What we are doing? We are giving machine lots of data. We are showing lot of different images of cats, different types of images of cats to the machine. And I am also telling that this is cat, and I am also showing some other images. You will think everything is cat. I will show some cat dog also, I will show some buffet also, I will show some other element and say this is not a cat. I will say this is a cat. So what I have told? Machine now, what I have given? Data, and what I have given? Output. Answer. I have given the output to the machine. What? Machine has to come up with program or hypothesis or rules. So this is the basic difference between your conventional or classical programming style and your machine learning. In machine learning, you are giving a lot of data, you are giving the output or the answer, and you are, so when machine sees lot of images of the cat, and we have told this is a cat, and what is not a cat also we have shown, so machine can come up with hypothesis. Madam told hypothesis. What is hypothesis? Some kind of learning. It could be in terms of rules, it could be in terms of decision tree or anything. That if it is like this, if it has 4 legs, if it is this, if it has this, then it is a cat. If it is like this, doesn't have, it's not a cat. I'm going to come up with one more image where I will show the difference between generative AI. I hope I have made this clear. So this all, you know, I think I will not tell about what supervised. That's not required also. I will touch upon because it's required for generative AI. Now our human brain. You know, our human brain is a very complex and very intelligent organ, which is, how is it? Inspired from this human brain, artificial neural networks will be designed. So what we have in our brain is thousands of neurons. These all neurons are heavily interconnected to each other. One neuron is connected to many other neurons, second neuron to other. So there is a heavy interconnected, so it is a network of neurons where there is a connection among, heavy interconnection among. Now, when one neuron receives an input, this input will be transmitted or it will stimulate or it will trigger other neurons based on the interconnection, based on the strength of the signal. Suppose if you meet some person after a long time, so you are just looking at it. Now, in your brain, parallelly, so many activities will be going on. You will just try to see whether it is from your personal circle, or whether it is a professional, like your colleague or working your classmate or something like that. Then when you had met him, how was he looking then, what was he wearing, what was the context. So so many things are going on. Out of this, the appearance will play a more because appearance. So that signal is more strong. That stimuli is more strong. So that neuron which is connected to other neurons, it will fire. It will be firing. Firing means stimulating them. So in turn it will pass into other neuron. Then some other neuron. And all together, yes, you will recognize. Yeah, what this. If the signal is weak, it may so happen that you may not be able to recognize. So if something like threshold, those who know you have bias, you have threshold. So it is above threshold, you will be able to yes or else no. So this is our actual neuron, and inspired by this is a artificial neuron or a perceptron. So we are receiving various inputs, and each input has certain weightage. Like I told you, appearance has more weightage. His look has more weightage. Very judgment may have little less weightage. So based on the inputs, input is IL1, I may have W1. So in one x1 into W1 plus x2 into W2, x2 into W3, I will summation of it. Yeah. So these are various inputs, various weights. You are adding them, plus there is a bias. Bias is some correction factor, inductive bias. You must have heard of utility of unbiased learning. Everything what will happen is bias means some kind of our own judgment will be there. If you buy a dress, suppose when you want to have a dress, there are two options. Correct? One is you can buy a ready-made dress. So where you have standard sizes available, L, XL, something like that, medium. On the other hand, if you go to tailor and stitch your dress, what will happen? It will be exactly according to your fitting. It is made for you only. For other person it will not fit, because on the other hand, if it is L size, it will fit you also, her also. Little changes you may have to do. So if I don't bias it, if I take for this input, this output, with respect to this, what class it belongs to. So you have a bias, then you also have some kind of activation. Activation is to bring it, there are different activation functions, to bring it within some limit, either 0 or 1, yes or no, I want to classify. So basically, and that way you will get the output. So you have set of inputs, corresponding weights. Can we close the door please? So when I have now what a neural network has? A neural network has one input layer, one output layer. Correct? It becomes a single layer. Single layer means I can do only simple things. I can recognize simple. Imagine nowadays we use neural network, convolution neural network for example, for face recognition. Face is so very complex, it has so many pixels, so many features, eyes, eyebrows, nose. I have to exactly, I want to allow you entry. I have to identify your face. So many problems. In one layer I cannot find out. I have to have non-linearity. Outer first layer will find out only the boundary. It may tell you whether it is a male face, female face. Then more and more, then next layer may give you the eyes. First layer will tell you only a human face. The next you may get a little more idea as to whether it is a female or a male. Then as we go ahead, then exact features. All of us are unique, all of us have 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 this. But features are so different. So in order to identify that, we need a very complex and how many layers between input and output. So that becomes your deep neural network. In between the input layer and the output layer, you have many layers. These are called as hidden layers. These layers do not interact with outside world. They are interacting, they are giving the input, they are showing the image of the face. Output it has to say, it should allow me entry or not allow. Biometric in your college you must be having, isn't it? Your face recognition. It will say yes or no. So many hidden layers, each layer will have some other function. So why we go for deep learning then? Machine learning, why so many layers? See what happens is, as you have more and more data, what happens? The performance of the machine becomes better as compared to machine learning. So what requirement for machine learning is, you should have lots of data. With small amount of data, you cannot go for deep learning algorithms. Machine learning algorithms work well even if your amount of data is very small. Why? The reason being, in machine learning, when we give the input, you can see the difference. When we give the input, we are also giving the features. Features means, like for example, for a cat, 2 eyes, 4 legs, this shape, that. So I am showing the image of a cat. I am also extracting the features. Features means all those attributes or those values. Then I am giving to deep neural network. Then I am giving that deep neural network, and then I will get down. Machine learning network. In deep learning, I have so much of data. That I don't even have to extract the features. I just show a lot of images of a cat to the machine. I don't have to extract the features also. I hope that's the difference. The difference is understood. So in machine learning, because I have limited data, to train the machine cannot learn. The data is less. If I give you only few examples, you will not be able to learn on your own. So I have given, because my data is less, I have to also define everything. That these many features, there should be this, like then get down. Whereas in deep learning, I have so many images, I will bombard the machine with all these images. Now it is for the machine to find out the similarities. It is for learning? Between input layer and output layer, there are many thousands of hidden layers. Each input multiplied by weight. So now that is the matrix. Imagine weight is the initial number. Weight is initially some random number. Okay. Later you will learning at positional learning what learning the weight. Then depending on the output I can change the weight. Let me give you an example. Okay. I want to employ you for my job. I take your interview. When I take your interview, I will test you from different aspects like your communication skills, second is your technical skills, third aptitude and so on. Okay. And I should take you on. Now, or I ask you the questions which score the marks. Now, depending on which post and I want to employ you, I will give the weightage. I want for a HR post. So for me, technically is not important. What is more weightage to be given to communication skills? So weightage is more than. I give that weightage, multiply and calculate. Suppose the qualifying score is 40. You got little less. Say you got 58. Now, what I do? I'm biased. What I want to take you. What I do? I'll go back. I'll go back and I'll try to change some marks so that I reach that. That is what is back propagation. Very simple. I do. What is this? Bias is a very small and it is a correction factor to bring within. See, I have to. Now I'm using neural network for classification. So either yes or no. Something like this. This value or this value. Whether this is whether this tumor is a cancerous one or is a benign. So what I do, yes or no, whether this email is spam or not a spam. Yes, no, I want it. So yes means 1, no means 0. Now whenever I get the output, whatever I do summation, small value I have to bring it to that 0 level. I have to bring it within that. I have to bring it within 2 ranges. So I have to push to that range, I may add a bias. Bias may be positive or negative. Is it clear what is bias? So what is deep learning? Deep learning is nothing but huge number of hidden layers. It could be thousands of layers. Each layer will have thousands of neurons. Now each neuron, its input multiplied by weights. Input multiplied by weight. Imagine the high dimension matrix multiplication that is happening. You know how matrix multiplication happens, x plus w plus. So the dimension is very, very high. Same operation is happening. What is the operation? Multiplication and addition. Operation is same, but number is very huge. Thousands, 10,000, 1 lakh, 100 times. Now I cannot put it on CPU. Parallel in this operation, in our mind, so many things are happening. You are talking, you are sitting and listening to me. You are also thinking like, oh, what is happening? Your mind is running so many things, isn't it? So our mind is a very complex organ based. Parallelly, lot of activities are happening. So here also parallelly all this happens. Have you heard of tensor flow? So what is a tensor flow used? Is it used for this? What is tensor? Tensor is nothing but high dimension matrix. When a very huge dimension matrix is there, we call it as a tensor. So tensor flow is used for that. So what is deep learning? I hope it is clear. Large number of hidden layers, lots of computation, large dimension matrix multiplication, lots of parallel computation. If I have to do this on CPU, I will require thousands of CPUs and it will take days together. So what we do? That's why GPUs came into use. GPU, what is that? Graphical processing unit. is by one chip. Break is there? 11. If you have any questions, mic. Am I audible to last people also? Madam, then I'm already loud. Am I audible to last benches, madam? So there are different types of feed networks. Feed forward, like one input to output, that's called feed forward network. Convolution neural network is used for images. I will not discuss much because that is not. I will be discussing RNN because it is required with respect to our generative AI. Recurrent neural networks, long short-term memory. All these are examples of convolution neural network. I will not discuss. Convolution neural network is are basically used for classification of images, face, speech signs, and so on. So there is a here it is a convoluted. Convoluted means some of the things are reducible. Fully connected network means it becomes too much, too many weights, too many multiplications. So some of the things are convoluted. I am not explaining that. Now I am going to come towards generative AI. What perception you have towards generative AI that it is going to take away our jobs and all this? People are talking because in industry coding and all is being used by generative AI. It is not so. We have to change our perspective. We have to train our students to learn in a different way. That's what I am going to tell you towards the end. So actually generative AI is not as difficult as it because it depends on any technology when it comes, you are in which phase. Any technology will have three phases. First one where we are very scared. We don't even. So first one is we are scared. What will happen? It will take my job. It will happen. I will be jobless. Second one is we get little worried. When that phase passes, we get worried. Third one is when we understand, we become happy. So I want you to take which now you are in which phase? You are already in happy phase. Then you can go out. Okay. So generative AI acceptance earlier it was overwhelming. We were thinking what it was very new. Then it became scary. Then it became very difficult to handle. Now we need to sail through it. We are technical people. We have to understand what is generative AI. So, how many of you already know generative AI? Based on that, I'll explain. How many of you are already aware of how generative AI works? Based on that, I will make this short or detailed. That's why I'm asking. Not that I'm going to ask you questions, don't worry. Nobody knows? So, based on that, I will explain. So, as the name shows, it has two parts, generative and AI. AI we already understood. What is AI? Artificial intelligence, where that I know. What? Mimic the human behavior, where machines are trained to behave like human beings. Whatever tasks were being carried out by human beings, we want machines to do it. Now the word generative has come. Till now I know it was not generating. Why it is generating? Earlier also it was generating Alexa, Siri, all those we have already, but now it has become a buzzword. So what is it? As I already told you, it is a subset of deep learning. It is subset of one type of deep learning. It is a technology which enables AI to produce new content. That's why generate means produce new content. It could be only text. It could be either text or image or video or speech or code. All the students must be using, isn't it? For this. So it can take any input. It can take text, image, audio, video, all this, and generate. I can either generate text or image or multimodal data or music, sound. That is why the word generative AI. There are two parts to it. So I showed you one slide where I showed the difference between conventional programming and machine learning. So now we have third one. Third one is generative AI. In traditional programming, how was it? If I wanted to identify a cat, what I had to do? Write a code, isn't it? Write a code to say how many legs, how many ears, how many this, and so on. So it became what is known as a what is it? It became what is a cat. I have to write a program, hand code it. I have to write a program. Then came neural networks, deep learning, machine learning. Already we saw in deep learning, machine learning, what I have to do? If I want to identify a cat, show lot of images to the cat, and also tell which is a cat, not a cat. Only if you show cat images, you can think everything is a cat. Or if you are teaching your child when child is drawing, when crow comes, every day when crow comes near your house, so you will show and you say it is crow, crow. So it cannot see any other words. So even if parrot comes, it will say crow. Correct? Even if sparrow comes, it will say crow. So you have to also tell this is not a crow, this is a crow. So what is a cat? What is not a cat? That came neural network. Correct? Now came the third one. What is third programming paradigm? That is generative AI, in which neither I have to code it nor I have to show the image. I have to just say what's a cat. It has been pre-trained. It will get whatever it knows about cat. It will tell me it is like this, it is like this. It will show me image of cat, everything. I have to just ask what's a cat. Got it? It has been pre-trained. Pre-trained means it has been trained before a lot of huge amount of data from Wikipedia, from different sources, internet sources. So it has now the generative AI. In first traditional programming, I had to code it. In neural network and all, what I had to show? I had to show the image or I had to tell. Now I don't have to show image, I don't have to code. I have to just tell me about cat. It will do what? It will generate everything. Because it has been trained, it tries to bring from there whatever it knows about cat. Whether it is whether it's image or of cat or something about cat or some poem about cat, anything about cat will come. So that's the difference between among three different models. So there you can have variety, you can give text. Output also will be text. It can be used for translation. You are using either for translation or you can summarize. You must be using all that, isn't it? Google LM notebooks. You give any paper, it will summarize. Have you used that tool? Then yes. There is one more big quiz. So it will generate the questions. It will correct your grammar. If you give input as a text, if you want output in the form of image, if you say that give me the cat image, then it will draw me it will generate the image of a cat, or it may generate the image video of a cat. If you give text as the input, I'll say that sing one. I'm feeling very sad. Please sing one sad song for me. It will generate one song audio, text to speech. If I give some decisions whether I have to do this or not, it will play the games. So all this, there are different images types. I will not go into detail. You can see text to image. So what happens? You give the text, it will generate image or it will edit the image. If you give text to video, it will generate video or edit it, or you can use for game. Text to text, already you know, summarization, classification, translation. Text to task, it will do your task, you just tell this task to it and it will do that task and so on. So generative AI is used almost everywhere. Some of the answer. You can have virtual assistant. You can personalize your content. You can transfer if you have written a very simple, you want to write a polished language to your maybe your boss. You just write a simple English and you tell that please make it sophisticated and it will transfer that and give you. You can tell you story, you can generate a poem, you generate poem, translate, you can generate autocomplete on your WhatsApp messages, autocomplete that all already you are using. Then there are various other use cases or other fields where you can use like drug discovery, product and material design, chip design, architecture design and so on. So now let us understand how GenAI exactly works. We have to take a break. Let us because this continues to advance. Check. Because this will require continuous. Break. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough. Keep it. But you want longer break. I don't have problem. I want you to be 2 minutes. Tell me, I will come for you. 10 minutes is enough. 15. Fine. But I'm not much about it. Deployment, how it works and all is very complicated. You want? Or not? No, that for the information actually more complex, more lengthy, less complex.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ರೆ ಈ ಥರ ತಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ
This also will have data. This will have data.
ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ